I'm Scott, you're not. You're probably glad of that. This is Scott's Tops. My top 5 movie explosions. Explode! These are my personal 5 choices. They're not going to be your 5 choices. They're not going to be anybody else's 5 choices. And in fact, there's going to be some choices that you're not going to agree with, or ones on other people's lists that don't appear here. Why? Because it's boring having everybody's list the same. I'm looking at you, Independence Day.
What goes up must come down.
Don't worry, we're in control, guy!
We're going to go with 5 explosions, which I find to be awesome. Number 5, License to Kill, tanker truck explosion. Now, nobody does practical effects like the James Bond team, especially in the 80s and 90s, where they didn't have any choice other than practical explosions and models and that sort of thing, which looked cooler than CG ones. So what could be better than the explosion of a tanker truck full of gasoline mixed with cocaine? Boom! Tim Dalton is badass in this film, but it's not really a Bond film, it's more a revenge film. But it's got a really cool explosion. Tanker trucks on sides, on wheels, doing all sorts of things, and things blowing up. We like this. Thank you, Mr. Bond. Thank you very much. Number 4, Universal Soldier. Gas station go boom. Again, we have an interesting situation where we have petrol things exploding, and it looks really cool. Now, clearly, Roland Emmerich was getting his boom on in preparation for Independence Day with this earlier film, but really, that gas station, when it goes, it's a timed thing, it has beauty and movement, and it is fun. It's definitely one of the best early 90s explosions I've seen. Number 3, Apocalypse Now. No, not X-Men Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now. Now, when you take a look at great movie explosions, you can't go past the napalming that they do in Apocalypse Now. It's a dark, dark film, but they have lots of brightness with all those flames going everywhere. Now, a lot of people go and use the Tropic Thunder explosion, which is an homage to the original Apocalypse Now version and their best explosion lists. And it's a pretty cool explosion. But it's in reference to the original, so I gotta go with Francis Ford Coppola and all that exploding.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Number 2, The Rocketeer. You know, nothing says fun like good 80s/early 90s action-adventure movies, and this one was the best combination of superheroes and Indiana Jones that we've ever seen. And really, how often do you get to see a Zeppelin explode outside of file footage at the Hindenburg? This one was actually fun, because we know that nobody really died. Except for Timothy Dalton's character, but he didn't really die. But his character did. But that's the mysteries of acting. Two confused into one. But Zeppelin go boom! And number 1, the best movie explosion of all time so far. There's still the possibility of something cooler coming up with Challenge Thrown Down Hollywood. Die Hard 2, Die Harderer. Now when you've got a badass movie like Die Hard, you've got to do something bigger and badderer to make the sequel even better. And really, they did it with the explosion of the big plane at the end. It's joyous. And it just goes, the fire flies to the sky, and then the bad guys get consumed in this wonderful explosion. Fantastic model work exploding there, not CGI nonsense. This is real flames, real destruction in a nicely faked way, which means we can enjoy it.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
So those are my top 5 movie explosions of all time. Which 5 did you think were better? Did you think my ones were worse? You're wrong! But comment anyway, like, subscribe, and we'll be back with more videos sooner than you think. Bye!